I think it's on. Okay, it's on. Alright. Now I must say, this video is the start for Aussie Mermaid. She lives in Australia. She won a reading. Now, I have the hiccups. It's very late at night. But I slept late today. So then we had a blackout. Now I have hiccups. Okay, so let's just try to do it anyway. If I need to do another one tomorrow, I will do another one tomorrow. Okay? Okay. I'll probably bring my cards with me to work, and I'll park in my car after work, and I will finish up the video. Okay, so I'm gonna light a candle and some sage. We have a sage. Yes, I do. Need to have the sage. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Smell that. Okay. No matter what I do, if I get the hiccups, it's just air in my stomach. Because I'm a little girl, I've been getting them since I'm a very little girl. And my mother used to say, you know, when you get them, you never stop. I stood on my head. I used to put the knife on your tongue. I still would hiccup hours. And I guess I was annoying. Got 3 going. Now for the pot of Santos. Okay, you didn't even get to see that. It's not high enough for you. I know what I'll do. Okay. Okay, because I was preparing for this reading, right? We finally had a day that I felt like I got a couple of paintings started. And then I said, let me write down a few notes on what I'm going to be doing for my Aussie Mermaid, for Australia Mermaid, because she won that prize, okay? Reading. So, lights will go out, okay? It's one of the hottest days. Lights went out. Not good that the lights went out, because even though it still wasn't dark yet, but all the phones that had no Wi-Fi. So the stuff in the 2 refrigerators are going bad, and Devin and his son had to take all the phones and the wires and go to his brother's house a couple blocks away, because his lights didn't go out, his air conditioning didn't go out. I stayed with the animals because I was feeding them. But then I couldn't stand it anymore. I was writing notes for the reading and reading Louise Hay. And I said, I gotta get out of here. Because I went in and out with the dogs. I had already taken a walk. I was like, no, I can't, it's too quiet. So I get in my car after I took care of the animals. And I get in my car, and I couldn't find a news station. Because somebody said that they bombed the Capitol. or there was planes flying over the Capitol, and they saw it on Fox News, and then that those planes were probably from Russia, and so then they evacuated the building, but then they let everybody go back in the building. So I don't know. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't hear anything, so maybe it was a false alarm. Okay. So let's just put you so that you could see that smoke. Okay. Now I'm just going to say a couple of prayers because I don't know how much energy I'll have. But I just want to get started on your reading because I know you've been waiting. Okay? So there is a white light of crystals and pearls glitter around me. Take 3 cleansing breaths. You ready? We're going to hold it for 3 or 5, and then we're going to let it out. Okay, you ready? 1. Let it out a little bit. 2. Let it out a little more. 3. Let it out a little more. 4. And 5. Empty your lungs. Okay. Another one. Breathe in. We're going to hold it for 3. Ready? Now let it out. Let it out 2. Let it out. Empty 3. For some reason I think I like to look up and push my hand up at the sky to push it all the way out, to empty all my lungs out. Because everybody's always so down looking at the floor. Your lungs can't get stretched that way. Your lungs get stretched when you look up and your arms are up. You could be sitting, but arms up, you look up. Let's do one last breath. Hold. Arms up. Let out, Len. Let out 2. Empty your lungs 3.
Kathy?
Yes?
Are you working tomorrow? It's already 3 o'clock.
Okay, I know, I'm almost finished. Didn't know what time it was. Okay. It's gonna be a fast one. But I can never fall asleep when I go to sleep anyway, so here's we go. There's a white light of crystals and pearls and glitter around me. Cleansing breaths, we did that. Spirits of love and light come to the gateway of my soul and protect me from all that is evil, and protect all that watch me from all that is evil. And all of my friends and family members, my home and your home, wherever you listen to this video. You might be at an airport, you might be walking down a street, you might be in another place, totally other place. Wherever you watch this over and over again, know that God is watching over you. Okay? Aussie Mermaid? And protect your soul. Protect me from all that is evil. Protect you from all that is evil. I thank you, God and the divine, for all their help. But I am noticing, I am now, oh, this was a closing out. I'm not going to use that yet. That was a closing out, and that's a closing out. Okay. I need an opening up over here. Okay. Can you give me an opening? Okay, dear God and Jesus, and my spirit guides, and my guardian angels. Sorry if I look like a floating head. Okay. I'm just trying to get you to see the smoke, but I don't think you're seeing the smoke, so I don't know why I'm stressing myself out over here. That's gonna fall. Okay. Hello back there. Okay. So, dear God and Jesus and my spirit guides and my guardian angels, please bring in the spirits for my client that will help answer questions and give them peace and solace in the best interest of my client. Please allow my client to ask the answers. Please allow my client to ask and get answers and guidance in your divine time, God's time. So it's not the time that you want, it's not the time I want, it's in God's time, His divine time. He knows the perfect time to let you meet your boyfriend or your girlfriend. He knows the perfect time that you need to get that job. And He'll mess up another job just so you can get that next job next week that wasn't there. But had you got the first job, you would have been stuck in that contract and with that first job and not gotten the second job. That would have been next week. Okay, so leave God to it. Thank you, dear God. And thank you, angels, Jesus and angels, and the archangels, Mother Mary, Lady Guadalupe, and thank you, universe. That was a nice one. I like that one. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Okay, because I feel protected already, so I don't have to do too many. I had chamomile tea. You don't believe me? It helps if you get extra strength chamomile tea. But we shall see, now shan't we? Okay. You know, talking like a dummy. Okay, so here I write down my notes. I write down things that I think you need to know. Yeah, and I have a couple pages on Aussie. Okay, so it's just like sometimes I just write down names to get me meditating. And we have another Peter because we had Zenjen's father, Matthew and Nick's grandfather. His name is Peter, and he was hanging around me. But maybe it was your dad because, maybe it was your grandpa, Peter. Because you also had a Peter. Did I spill something over here? No doubt. Okay. So Peter Odia, I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. He died in 1988 and he was your grandfather. So he steps up. He steps up to the fence to talk. This is going in my eyes. So to step back. Maybe I'll just put it down on a level over there. Okay. Beryl your grandmother wasn't as strong, but Peter was there, and Peter was like, Katrina, Grandpa here, gave me like a salute. So I don't know if he was in the war or not, or World War I, World War II. He went, Peter here, Peter O'Day. Okay. He is very cheerful, and he wanted to know when his granddaughter was going to start to have fun and get into a relationship that's like grandma and grandpa's relationship. Okay. And I said I would like to know that too, and I think she would like to know that too. So, I am open and receptive. I just uncrossed my legs. I'm open and receptive to receiving messages. Please give me clear messages. Please, Shanann, help me with the messages. Please, Patrick Brady, help me. Sean Rispoli, help me with clear messages. And Mommy and Daddy, you guys know about relationships. So please help me on this reading for my Aussie Mermaid. And so she can get answers from her grandmother and grandpa who love her very much, and also in terms of her own parents that she takes care of, and also is there a love relationship coming, is there financial security coming? Please let us know. And those are the questions that I was meditating on. Okay, so Peter right away, right off the bat, comes to the fence, wants to know from me. He says, Katrina, when is my granddaughter, who's a sweetheart, she got into a bad relationship with someone. He goes, I feel bad because I feel like I forced this guy in her. I let him go with her, but I didn't know the guy was going to flip out. And I feel bad about it. So I don't want my granddaughter with anybody abusive. So he's saying to me, he wants you, Belinda, he wants you, Aussie Mermaid, to start to write down in a book, what's 5 things that you've always wanted to do? One might be marriage, one might be just living together, one might be a trip that's really romantic, one might be to go on like some kind of learning, because I just heard learning. She likes to learn. Like go on some type of trip or take classes. Did you want to take classes? Because there's still going to be some kind of classes and groups. It could even be like 6 weeks of dance lessons, or in a regular classroom, something for adults and going back to school. There's going to be something, and they're saying, yes, your grandmother's up there, Beryl, she's thumbs up. They want you to do something more out of the house, and don't worry about your parents. If you're that worried, you can see if you can get a home health aide. If you can find somebody or even a babysitter that can come in and watch them for a couple hours a week, because you need to have that time to get out. Okay, even if your back, because now your grandfather's saying, but Katrina, her back hurts her. How is she going to do a dance class? Well, you know what? The more you focus on your pain, the more pain you're going to have. And no pill or operation is going to fix it. So you could focus on your pain as just enough to find out why you have that pain, and then just let it go. But along with affirmations, the affirmations will probably be in my next video. It's going to start from the back of the neck, and it's going to go all the way down, dealing with the whole cervical spine. It's going to deal with this. I'm going to show you. All the way to the coccyx bone, all the way from the top of the neck, C1, C2, C3, C4, into the thoracic, which is the middle part of your body, and then all the way to the bottom part, which is the sacrum. Okay, we will go over that. It might not be this film, because I have to get up for work tomorrow, and I just have to maybe do a part 2. Okay, so first part is they don't want you to worry about holding yourself back. Just do the best that you can. Take that class, whether it's an art class, a dance class, with all adults. You're going to be meeting somebody that brings you joy. Or have you met them already? You might have met them already. Let's see. Yeah, I wasn't going to do love first, but let's do love first. Okay, can you see me? I don't think you can see me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this action. Okay, in a second. As I was shuffling and thinking about you, my Aussie Mermaid, I heard a bad relationship that's still on your mind and in your heart. And your grandparents, Peter and Beryl, they're like, let it go. Let it go. We're watching out for you. Don't let him come back. He's going to try to come back once. He's going to try to come back, I think. I changed. Why can't you let me have another chance? And why do you have to be so selfish to not give me another chance? And guess what? He didn't change. I can almost guarantee it. Some people do change, but I don't think he did. I don't know how long you had with him, whether you were thinking about getting married to him. But the guides are telling me, alright, spirit guides for Belinda. Can you tell me, and also Peter O'Day is your spirit guide, Peter and Beryl. Could you tell me for your granddaughter what type of man she should stay with? She should go for? Is it the old boyfriend that might be coming back? No, sir. No, sir. Your grandpa goes, that's what I say to him every time he tries. Yes, he's like, puts up an invisible wall. He knocks papers down. Yeah, you doing a little haunting? How are you, Peter? He's doing a little haunting over in your ex's house. Just to keep him away from you. Okay. Yeah, and your grandmother's like, start fresh. Start fresh, honey. You deserve a fresh start. Yeah, don't bang your head around with him anymore. That's what she used, that word. Don't bang your head around with him. Start fresh, okay? My girl needs to start fresh, okay? And somebody's saying, ages, are you worried about ages? Like, I hear somebody saying, but 47, 48, what is it gonna happen? It didn't happen at 45. It didn't happen. No, don't worry about ages. If it indeed you want to be married, then you're going to ask the universe and God to give me the guy, the man or woman, whoever you love, okay, no judgment, to give you the person that is your soulmate. And you have to be specific. You have to write it down in your journal or your book or a stack of papers. Every day you could be repeating the sentences that you really mean. Like if you had a very violent time with your last relationship, make sure you write, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a gentle, non-violent, peaceful, generous man. And then talk about what he does that's gentle and non-violent. He never hits me. He never pushes me, because that's violence. He never throws anything at me. He never, this one was big for me, he never breaks my furniture or my good things. He fixes things, but he never breaks it. Okay, because that's a lot of gaslighters and a lot of narcissists will break things that you love just because you love them, or they're jealous of somebody who gave you that present. Like even if that person was your father, like my father was jealous of my grandpa, so he my grandpa Brady Salmon brought over a radio so my mom could have a radio in her kitchen, and she was so happy, and he plugged it in, and it was a beautiful radio, and they were listening to it and laughing and stuff. And my father goes, you like that? And my mother said, yeah, isn't that nice of my dad to do that? And he said, yeah, it's real nice. He opened up the kitchen window, grabbed the wire out of it, first threw it in the sink so it would be ruined, and then threw it out the window. It's the only time I ever saw my grandpa cry, and he was only 5'2", like me and like my mom. And he was yelling at him to leave his daughter alone, and we don't want to get into that bad thing, but I used to always think in my head, if I ever get married, I don't ever want to meet a man who would want to throw out my things and break things that were beautiful. And what's the use in throwing out somebody's radio? onto the floor, and then like knows that you have 6 kids and they all need sandwiches, but instead he takes the bread and he throws it on the fire so that the Wonder Bread plastic can mix into the bread, and there's a big fire, and he just ruined that whole week's worth of food, and the kids don't have sandwiches for that day. And there's a smell in the house of plastic and burnt bread. Why? Just because he's jealous? So I didn't want to be with that kind of person. So I got a person, and at first I thought he was going to be very good because he seemed to work hard, never seemed to yell at me. He seemed to give me nice presents. But then all of a sudden, when my mom died, I went on a trip to the Bahamas with my sister, my older sister, because she needed to get us out. In 4 days I was starting my new job, so I had to do that and get back for that. So we went, and he seemed like he drove us to the airport. But when I got back from the airport, we hung out at my other sister's house. He seemed fine. Oh, did you miss me? Whatever. Did you miss me? Yes. Then all of a sudden, he said, "Did you have a nice trip?" I said, "Yeah, I bought you this bottle of coconut rum." He's like, "Yeah, that's very good." Boom. And he punched me in the side of the cheek. My head went over and smashed into the window. And so not only did this side hurt and my ear ring, but this side went to a hard window. Window was not closed, the window was open. And he did this all as he drove the car, which you could smash the car too. So my point being is that was the first red flag. And then he accused me of wanting to go to the Bahamas to cheat on him, to cheat on him with the guys from the Bahamas, okay, which I promised him I did not do. I only wanted to love him. And I don't even know if we were engaged, but it was just a horror show. He just screamed and yelled at me, and then I wanted to get out of the car because I just lost my mom, and I just got back from a trip with my sister, and I had to go to a new job. And he said, "What are you going to do about your face?" And I said, "I guess I'm going to put some makeup on it so nobody will know that I got hit." And then he cried, and he said he was sorry, but he really wanted to go on that trip with me. And then he had me thinking, oh, I guess it was my fault. I probably shouldn't have went on that trip with my sister. I probably should have waited to when he wanted to go. And so see how these red flags will come up, but go with your first gut feeling. Nobody is ever allowed to push you or touch you or even pull your hair, which my hair was pulled many, many times, pulled out in clumps. Okay? People say, "I wonder why you don't have that much hair." It was pulled out so many times. I have bald spots. Okay? It's not just from having thin hair. Anyhow, those are the secrets you keep, and you shouldn't keep those, because you should say, "I am happy and grateful I have a non-violent, kind, patient man or woman." Goes for women too, okay? Women could be gaslighters, women could be abusers, women could be narcissists, okay? And sociopaths. They come in all shapes, colors, and forms, okay? So sorry about that big soliloquy. How many minutes? 30 minutes in, and I didn't even do a card. Okay, so I'm asking all my guides, Shanann, especially because she's really good with relationships. Shanann, could you tell us what Aussie Mermaid needs in terms of a relationship? Thank you. Amen, and thank you. Oops. I should get my mermaid cards too. Okay, yeah, so the your grandpa Peter says, make a list of 3 things that you didn't do in the past 20 years, and you have to push yourself to go towards them. One could be as silly and minuscule as, I would like to go shopping and buy myself a red shirt. I'm just saying, for example, okay? And another one could be as big as, I want to join a class. I want to join a group that I've always wanted to join, okay? And another one could be something from the past, like I always wanted to get together with a friend that always made me smile and laugh, but I lost touch with them because I was in a bad relationship, and that took up a lot of your time and energy. I'm sure that friend might still be available. They might be in your family too, okay? But yeah, so the grandparents are saying out of the house more. They want you out of that house more. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it might be a job opportunity. Okay, now if you can't have a job opportunity because you're on disability, they're saying there's something that you could do around it. You could do volunteer, you could do teaching something or learning something. That's nothing to do with the law. Okay, so you just might not be able to make money, but you could take classes, you could take actual classes. Okay, not everything is money. The money will come because you're going to write down in your journal, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have the perfect career, that people appreciate me, or the perfect way of making money, even though I have, disability. So you have to, it has to be in the realm of your disability check. If you indeed have disability. I just thought I heard something about disability. Okay, so we're talking about, now I'm just going to think of your name in my head. Oh, don't drop. Sometimes when they drop, you can't find it. Okay. So, they just told me take out 6. 6 meaning, actually 7. Is your birthday equal a 7? Where's your birthday? I have notes on you. So where is it? Yeah, February 25th. Okay, so you're February 25th. Alright, so 2 and a 5 equals 7. So that's probably why they're saying 7. Pull out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. A sip of the chamomile. Okay, so just trying to figure out what year you're in. So I'm adding 7, 7, 8, 18, 19, Okay, yeah, you're in a 15 year, which you go 1 plus 5 equals 6, and a 6 year is pastel colors. Try to wear pastel colors, paint around your house with pastel colors. Pastel colors are very important in that they represent love, and they represent like peace and having that peace about you that you've been waiting to have, and noticing it in different people, and just feeling at ease in yourself, because you're always feeling rushed. What am I going to do when this happens? How am I going to pay this? How am I going to handle that with my parents? But your grandparents are saying, don't worry, things will come to you. You do need to reach out to more people to ask answers. Something with your taxes, like a math question or tax question, stocks and bonds. But you have to go to somebody's office to find out what that is, and they will help you. And you're supposed to meet them. I don't know if they start out as being a friend relationship person, but they end up being very important in your life and helping you with organizing. Okay, so numerology wise, yeah, you have to do things on like the seventh day, like the seventh day would be Sunday, okay? Something at 25 was very important, okay? And then something at 52 is going to be very important. Now, when I was walking towards the shower before all our lights went off, because reading was going to be earlier and I was going to do a burn, but I couldn't do it because all the lights went out. So the air conditioner, refrigerators, everything. So that means the phone. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just saw my Aussie Mermaid getting married. And late in life like me, because they were like pointing to me. So I got married to Devin at 52. We met 5 years before, so we dated and stayed together for 5 years. He was 49, just turning 50 when I met him, and I wanted to give him a nice birthday. So I just had met him, so a friend of mine said, calm down, he's not your boyfriend, he's just your friend. So, because I was buying him candles and different cards, and my friend Mike was like, slow it down, slow it way down. Okay, I want to scare him off. Anyway, when I told Devin about it, he was like, I would have loved a lot of presents. Okay, anyhow, so I just see that, like, don't put an age on when your life is going to start, because like, oh, it didn't start at 25 or it didn't work out at 20. Yes?
Babe, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you gotta get up in 3 hours.
I know.
Said yes before, I came out an hour ago.
Okay, I'm almost finished.
I know, but this is ridiculous. I worry about you.
I know. I'm almost done, I promise. So sorry. Yeah, he's just worried because I have to get up in a little while. Am I sleepy? No, because I had a lot of sleep today. So, anyhow, don't put a time frame on when you're going to get married and start your life with your soulmate. Just know that if you want a soulmate, you want somebody that's just like you and is interested in the things that you want to do, you have to keep on writing it down in your journal and keep reading it and seeing it happen. Close your eyes for 2 minutes every day and read it and then see it happen. See that person, describe what they look like, describe how tall they are, what their head's going to look like, if they're going to have hair or no hair. Doesn't matter. What matters is what matters to you. Do you want to go to restaurants? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to go on trips? You have to describe what you two will do together, that you both love to go on trips, you both love to go to the beach, you both love to hang out with grandchildren or hang out with other people's grandchildren, whatever it is, okay? He's very accepting of your parents. That's how you know, red flag, when he doesn't want to see your parents. If he doesn't want to get to know your parents, that's a red flag, okay? I thought I saw a white hair. Okay, let's get some of these cards going. All right, and this definitely will be a second half. So your finances and career must be on your mind because it came up. And what this says is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And I asked about that earlier. What should she do about her finances? Is she going to get her finances straightened out? And all I heard was she has to start making calls. She has to start writing down lists of things. Taking care of your parents is a big thing. Do you have to get somebody in to help you with that? A nurse, a visiting nurse. Because it's two of them and just one of you. So you need to make a schedule. You need to write that down. How are you going to get it? How are you going to pay for it? There are things that pay for that. If you can get insurance, okay? But they're saying also, when I hold this card, they say she will make her own money as well. Like she did years ago in her 20s, okay? You will be doing something off the books, okay? Yeah. Oh, and also it might mean that you are attracted to somebody that doesn't have any money, okay? And that you're like the person who's buying everything and buying the food for him at the restaurant, and that's not fair. So they say, make sure that you put out to the universe, if you really love this guy and you went out on a date but he didn't have any money, I'm so happy and grateful my significant other got a job, got a job, and I'm so happy and grateful that my significant other is my soulmate, and they have the money set aside. They earn money. They have plenty of money, more than enough money to treat me like the queen I should be treated like. Okay? True love. This is good. Somebody's coming in for you. This is the romance of a lifetime. All right. You're not going to believe this, but this situation involves marriage. Does this look like your parents or your grandparents? Because they're saying that's what you want and that's what you're going to get, because you're focusing on, I want that kind of love. I want the love that they had. They seem like soulmates. They seem like they were really in love, and that's what I want. So you're going to get that. You got to focus on it. Okay, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And if you're saying, well, I don't know who she's talking about, you didn't meet them yet, but you have to visualize that you have, and tell God, thank you to God for sending me a person that is my soulmate, that's going to take care of me, willing to take care of my parents. They want to hang out with my parents, to talk to them, because that's what kind of person this soulmate is. Same thing with you. You're going to be willing to take care of, maybe this guy has some kids, and you have to be willing to meet them and hang out with them sometimes, learn about them. Okay. Because it goes both ways. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This is like in a movie. Okay, very good. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay, get some flowers in your house. I don't care if you have to buy them for yourself. That's how you get the feelings flowing. You're going to get candles, crystals, rose quartz crystals especially. Always wearing them as a necklace is really good. And any kind of orange crystals, red crystals, really good. Bloodstone, just even if you have it, put the crystals under your pillow. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others and flirt. This is all about love, girl. Okay, so I am just going to shuffle one more. Love life for our Aussie Mermaid. What's going on with love for our Aussie Mermaid in Australia. What's going to happen? Yeah, stop worrying about numbers, how old you are. Just believe that a miracle will come true in God's time, because God's getting them ready for you. And also, some people have to fixing to get divorced, and they have to complete that before they can be available for you. But when you meet them, you're going to feel like you knew them since you were a little girl. That's a soulmate energy. Healing family issues. What did I just talk about? Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. So because you need to forgive your parents for some reason, that they're okay, but even if they're the greatest parents, you might have a couple of resentments tucked in your pocket. And as you forgive your parents and you learn to forgive your parents, that they're only human beings, right? They're not God, they're not Jesus, they're only human. As you forgive them, your love life will benefit from that, because then you'll be happier and freer, and then you'll be able to forgive anybody, okay, and yourself. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And I think that's a really nice one to end with. Okay, and then I'm going to give you one message, and then I gotta get to bed. Okay? And I might do another one because I have a whole bunch of affirmations about your back and your neck. Because you might be like, how am I supposed to do all this if I have a bad back and neck? Well, I have the affirmations, but here's the colors that you need. I wrote it down. Okay, so you need, of course, green, red, and pink, and peach, orange. Okay, you can wear orange shirt, red shirt, blue, no, stay away from blue. Red, pink shirt, red pants, definitely red pants, red shorts. Okay, anyhow, what do the spirit guides, Peter, Grandma and Grandpa, Peter and Bertha, your grandparents, your grandma, I think, is saying, I made it to 2001. Isn't that cool? I always made it. I always wanted to make it to 2001, but my baby, she's calling her husband her baby. That's cute. My baby only made it to 1988. And he says that's okay, because I still watched over you. You needed to stay there with our girl, meaning you, Aussie Mermaid. Yeah. In a past lifetime, your grandparents were your children. Boy and a girl child were your children. That's why you're so connected to them. In a past life. Okay, could be the messages that they have for you is it could be an important relationship with a fire sign. Fire signs are Leo, Aries, Saggy. So think about that. Or it could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I know you're Pisces. Okay, so I am so very proud of you. Keep going to manifest your dreams. You could do it. Yeah, they're like, Katrina, she has a dream, but she keeps on putting it off because she's taking care of her parents and she's taking care of her health issues. But what about those dreams? And I'm trying to push that on you. Guides and guardians say travel more. Travel or move to Oregon, Washington, California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, or Missouri, or any of those places you wanted to travel to. Messages for Aussie Mermaid. Look at your body and be grateful for your hands, your legs, your arms, and your heart, and your brain. And say, I am grateful and I'm thankful for my body and my mind. Because I know that you have pain, but if you didn't have those things, you wouldn't be here. Okay, so be grateful for these things and the pain will subside. Also, ask God and Archangel Raphael, he's very healing. Archangel Metatron, all the archangels to help heal your body. And they will. And I have to give you the affirmations too. Next time. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle one more time to close this out. This is for the Aussie Mermaid, but to her guides, her guardian angels, and her guides, and her grandparents want her to know moving forward what she should do. Messages from heaven. Grandpa is like, Katrina, she's so pretty. She was pretty as a baby. She was prettier as a little girl. And then when she grew up to be a young woman, she was gorgeous. She was so pretty. Why isn't she married? Well, sometimes that doesn't work out for people. But he's like, but it's gonna. And my wife here is helping. It's gonna. He's out there. Do you want us to send him to you? That's what she said. Your grandma said, do you want us to send you your soulmate? You have to ask us that and ask God that. Please, dear God, and please, my spirit guides, please send me, if there's somebody out there, please send me that soulmate that you want me to be with, that I'll be at peace with, and he'll be generous and kind and sweet to me. Because you're a Pisces, so you feel like you don't want to make the first move. Pisces never want to make. Pisces are old-fashioned. They don't want to make the first move. Okay. Travel or move to another area. It will be good. A good fresh start for you and your family. Okay. All right. Okay. That is it for now. Okay. I would love to give you more ideas, but I gotta go. So I'm just gonna end with a card of a crystal that you need. Give me a crystal that my good friend Aussie Mermaid needs, and Grandma and Grandpa, you could pick it. Okay, give me a good crystal that could help her in her life, to guide her. Thank you. Fuchsite, healing heart crystal. Yeah, so remember the colors I told you? Red, green, okay? Any kind of back pain, any kind of neck pain, stick with the red and the green colors. Red shirt, green shirt, pink shirt, okay? And wearing red pants, really good. Maroon shorts, okay? Fuchsite means that you need to heal your heart chakra, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that, if I can find it. 17. My glasses. Okay, fuchsite, and this is what it looks like. Okay. You're a natural born healer. That's what it says. You're a natural born healer. With your words and actions and energy, you can make a difference in other people's lives. Now is a great time to learn about natural remedies, counseling, teaching, medicine, or healing in some form. Remember that also you conduct your healing work in more subtle ways than everyday life. Fuchsia is associated with your heart chakra. It's known as the healer stone. And it has shown up to let you know that you're a healer, but also that to let you know that you need to prioritize your healing yourself as well. Yeah, you have to heal yourself first. Then you can go out and be the healer. So take some time out to recharge, rest, and renew your energy. Okay? Sometimes people want to ask you, take this from you, take that, your time, your any creative energy they take from you. And sometimes you have to learn to say no. Okay? Say no. Learn to say no, because that helps your soul to put you first. Okay? All right. Namaste, Merry Mermaid. I hope you enjoyed this reading. You were a winner, and I see good things coming for you, both financially, relationships, definitely, but you have to make it happen because you have to pray for it. Write it in your book, and I'll see if I can get those affirmations in another video. Okay, it'll be about the back and the neck. Okay, namaste. Love you.